Got your very side.
Yep.
Going right.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Deonte.
First, thanks everybody for coming. Like Jack said, now this decision I made was the toughest decision of my life that I ever had to make. Period. But with that said, in my best interest and my best for my career, I decided to come back to school and for my senior year and still attend the University of Nevada. I was able to get good feedback from the NBA Advisory Committee. You know, it was for major reasons though why I decided to stay in school. And number one is to graduate. You know, the degree is important. I talked it over with my family, and my mom. She was on me the most about it. My dad wanted me to leave, but you know, his mom. I talked to moms longer, and you know, it was mom's, me and mom's decision. Second was NCAA tournament. You know, it was one of my goals as a collegiate athlete is to get there, and you know, I didn't do it my freshman. I was close sophomore year, didn't do it junior year, so you know, I want to return for my senior year and try to get there. Number three is conference. This is a great conference, one of the best conference in college basketball, and you know, I feel like we didn't reach our potential last season, and we left some things undone, and you know, I want to come back and show everyone that we belong in this conference, and you know, we can compete at the highest level. And the fourth reason is the fans. You know, the fans supported me, and you know, they were on me. You know, saying they support me whatever decision I make, and you know, even during the season, you know, we didn't have a good season this past season, and you know, they stood by our side and you know, stuck with us. And, you know, I want to do the same thing for the fans. You know, I don't want to just leave them, and I want to stick by their sides and stay with them too and fight. I'm very excited for next year. I wouldn't have it any other way, and you know, my teammates supported me. Mike Perez was in my ear, you know, every day. You know, just supporting me. Marquise Coleman too. You know, they had my back, and I just got to say, don't give up on us. We'll be back, and you know, we got hit, but we didn't fall. Thank you.
Questions for either coach or Deonte?
Deonte, can you kind of just talk about the process, maybe what kind of information you got from the NBA, and how you eventually did make this decision?
You know, my dad gathered all the information for me, you know, and we discussed it. And then we gathered a lot of information. He talked to all the agents, and you know, I just listened to him, and you know, I just narrowed down the good things and the bad things, and you know, it was definitely a better decision to come back from my senior year, weighing the two things. You know, like I said, I got good feedback, but you know, you can't beat coming back from your senior year, and you know, a year away from your degree. You know, you can't beat that.
When did you know you were going to come back?
I knew like last week, you know, when I received the NBA advisory form, and it told me where I was going to be projected and, you know, where I was most likely going to, you know, go. And, you know, I knew last week.
Where did you get that projection? What did they kind of say in that form?
It was, you know, first, second round, first pick, second round is, you know, mid, you know, or to undrafted. So, you know, I just took that into consideration, and I had good feedback from agents that my dad told me, and I just weighed those options out and compared it to, you know, coming back, you know, playing for my senior year, and obviously I chose to come back because I thought that was the better decision for me.
Did the players who transferred in this last week, did that have any effect, or did it potentially have any effect on the decision?
No, not at all. You know, they have to do what's best for them, just like I'm doing what's best for me. And, you know, I support those guys wherever they are, and, you know, we'll always be friends. And they have to do what's best for their career just like me.
down to being drafted in the first round, as they said, you'd be a first-round pick in the
I don't think so. I think I would have still chose to come back because, you know, my mom was really on me about my degree. And, you know, I'm a year away from that and probably, you know, some summer classes. You know, I would probably chose to come back as well.
How much did how last season played out affect your decision to want to come back and not be on that house?
Well, you know, I was throughout the course of the season, you know, it's in your mind. You know, the NBA's there, it's your dream. You know, it's everything you dream about. But, you know, like I said, we had unfinished business to do next year, and I felt like we didn't play to our potential. So, you know, I was leaning towards coming back right away just because how we ended the season and how our season went. So I was leaning towards coming back right away anyway.
When you look at next year's team, next year's players, what excites you the most?
Just that, you know, Marquise and Cole, you know, they got that experience, and, you know, they're coming back, and we're working hard, you know, this summer, and, you know, we're going to stay together as a group. You know, they came in, and we didn't really, you know, get a summer together and really have that work ethic together, and I think we get to do that this year. All right, coming up to my senior year, we get to have that camaraderie better in the summer.
What did the NBA say you need to work on most for next year?
Well, what my dad told me, what my dad told me is, you know, I need to get my ball handling skills better, and I need to work on my decision making a little bit more. And I agree. And you know, it's a perfect time to do it for my coming up senior year, and I will get better on those things.
Was there relief on some of your teammates' faces, or was it kind of folding in your head?
Like I said, I didn't really tell too many people except Mike and Marquise. So yeah, I say they were relieved.
David, what did he tell you, and what was your reaction?
I just found out. You couldn't hear my heartbeat in this microphone? You know, my job was just to let him know how important it is for us to have him, and just kind of weigh both options. I didn't go talk to him about, you know, force him to come back. I think it's a decision that he has to make for himself and for his family, but I'm obviously happy that he's coming back.
You seriously didn't know until just now?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
No, I was just trying to tell.
Well, he know I have a big mouth, and so he couldn't tell me. If he had told me, now I'd have told everybody, we wouldn't have a press conference. We had a party. So he couldn't tell me.
You've got, you know, obviously some work to do to try to find some transfers and such. How does this decision change what you want to do with what you need to do?
Well, I think it changes because players want to play with good players. You know, Deonte's been very good for us. He has he's kind of the face of our basketball team, and I think our recruiting, a lot of recruits have always asked about what his decision is going to be, and now that they know, I think it makes it a little easier for recruiting.
What is it having Deonte on the floor for you next year? What's it like just having a senior point guard?
Well, I think the leadership. I think that's one thing that you know, we talked about having more of a leadership role. I thought this year a team didn't really have that, and that was something that if you're going to win in this conference or any conference and challenge for a championship, you need that. And so for him coming back, I think his biggest part is the leadership and his commitment to his basketball program. I think for his teammates to see that he's made that commitment, I think that's huge.
Excuse me, I think it's April 17th when you can sign some more transfers. Do you expect to be able to do that on that day?
Well, it's a long process still. I can't pinpoint a day, but hopefully we will have one or two here.
How many spots open do you have on the roster?
3.
Deonte, getting your first taste of the Mountain West Conference, bigger guys, just how excited are you just to come back and prove to this conference that, you know, you're here to stay?
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. You know, that had a big impact on my decision as well, just because, you know, the level of play is so high in this conference, and, you know, I can't back down from that. And, you know, we didn't do well this last season, but, you know, I'll be back for my senior year, and hopefully we'll do better things.
But you've been in this position before where guys have left. This is kind of the first guy to actually stay. I mean, how does it feel to actually have one of these big names come back?
I think it changes your team. I think for us, him setting an example of coming back is not always the best thing to do, but every individual is different, I think. For me, I mean, I'm very excited that he chose to come back to school. At the same time, I understood if he did leave. But it gives us, again, a good base to start with. You have an all-conference player back. With the pieces we still have coming back, I think it helps us with our confidence. Having Deonte come back, there's no doubt that if he's not there, there's a piece you have to kind of replace. But him coming back, I think will increase our chances of being better. I think our guys are, like he said, are very excited about him coming back.
How do you envision playing next year? I mean, you have obviously Deonte, you have Marquise, you have Perez, and you have smaller guys. I mean, do you anticipate throwing them all out there together, or do you want to go more of a traditional?
I had to wait till we get our team together. We don't have a complete roster yet, but I kind of have talked about playing with 3 guards. I think when this is your strength, I think you have to do that. But I have to wait till we complete the roster to really talk about that.
Any more questions? Thank you.
Thanks.